Boom, there we go. Greetings, everyone. BJ Wilder back with you for another Simulating Reality with Farming Simulator 17. Sunday evening. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful time. Everybody's having a good old time, grand old time here. Let's see. Alright, let's rock and roll. Rock and roll. Let's just get cracking here. Yes. See if I can remember where the heck we left off here, because I don't really. Fertilizer, manure, or slurry. Alright. By fertilizing it, you should fertilize the field 3 times before harvesting it. Okay, well, I don't know if I have the fertilizer, so. I'll have to think about that. All right, so let's see where we're at here. Seed. I think I was going to bring my seed out up over here. I think I remember rightly. We cultivated these 2 fields here, so or did I plant? I may have planted. Did I sow? I think I sowed these fields. Not mistaken. I think I did 1 wheat and 1 the other thing. We just need to wait for them to grow. So I think what the game plan is now is to get some missions running here. While we wait. See, this one could probably do with some fertilizing. Yeah, this is our wheat field I think I planted out here. I don't think I have any fertilizer. Not there, is it? Where is it? Over here. Object too heavy, huh? Well, looks like that's a seed. This is the Eco 17. All right. Anyway, let's that's right. We got wheat here. That's right. We did soybeans here, didn't we? Soybeans and canola. So we got them ready to rock and roll here. Oh wow, there's sugar beet here, huh? A couple of things. 3 with sugar beet. I think that's what we're going to do now, is just kind of work these fields here for a time. And see, so growing. Couple have been harvested. We got to remove the tops. Okay. Nothing withered yet. Nope. These guys are growing. Alright, so let's see where we're at here. Nice jog down the road here. All our nice clean equipment. Probably should go buy a slurry machine or a fertilizer. Front loader. Alright, let's see what we can do here on field 19 first, huh? There's the sugar beets growing. We were at the farm today doing some pumpkin picking. Saw some, what were they growing? They were actually growing some eggplant and some jalapeno peppers. Looked like some cabbage too. Natalie, all right. Ready earlier than I expected, and all my regular guys are tied up with other work. Get this harvesting quick, it'll go past. Probably be useless. 13 grand, that's not too bad. Okay, so let's see. Let's get started here then. This ought to be interesting because I have no idea what I'm doing. I almost want to say that goes in front. So I run over the sugar beets here. There we go. All right. Defoliator. Dang it. So we defoliate, and I guess this picks it up. Harvest. Okay, so we want to turn on harvester. Turn on the defoliator. Lower the defoliator and see what we can do here, right? Go. I think we're getting it. Seems to be working. The beets. This thing's already at 70%. We just did 2 lines. What a beatdown, I know, right? Battery! Yep. Followed by a chaser bin. Okay. I don't know. It's hard to describe. It's one of those things. Like I always said that about the truck simulator games too. All you're doing is sort of pretend driving. So it just, I just find the games relaxing. You know, it's sort of there's like no stress involved with them. Sort of like a combat RPG is, you know? Just doing very simple. This is almost like craft. I would say this is probably akin to crafting in a sandbox MMO. So yeah, I don't see the appeal of crafting in an MMO. But for like this game is essentially, it's a crafting game. That's what it is. So I play it as a crafting. So if you play it as a crafting game, then there you go. But when I play an MMO, I play it for the adventure and the exploration and stuff. So I think that's really what it is. Now it's filling up a whole heck of a lot slower. For me, it's the challenge of trying to drive in a straight line and failing miserably most of the time. Oh, see, that's why the closest that's why the closest thing I can approximate it to is just doing like that crafting in an MMO. You know, it's like there's, you know, you got all these other things you could be doing, but you're just sitting there pushing buttons to combine online virtual stuff. It's like, to me, I don't see the appeal to that. People swear by it. But for games like this, that's their focus. It's sort of, it's a game to where you're sort of making clothes or something like that. Oh, I know. That's why I absolutely cannot fathom that in an MMO. And even housing, even just plotting out your house. Oh, I missed a line there. I mean, the only MMO I've played so far that I've actually done anything significant with in housing has been Maple Story 2. Like anything else, it's like I just can't be bothered. I'd rather be out questing and exploring the world. That's why I play the MMOs as the murder simulators that so many sandbox crafter gamers tend to call them. But for me here, this is kind of like I like it. They take the crafting part out and make that a game. Yeah, I know. The last time I played it was for was during, I think, the Chinese New Year. Then I think I had popped in during Easter once to see if they had anything going on for Easter, but it was like I took one look. It's like it was a total grind fest. I'm like, nope. It's like I don't have time to log in every day and just grind out stuff. It's like I'll reserve that for like, you know, the Christmas things or something like that. I wasn't going to do it for Easter. Log in every day. You got to stay logged in for a certain amount of time to get the credit. Like, no, I'm not doing that. It's like if I'm going to grind through stuff, I'll do it in Lord of the Rings to grind through their Windows 10 again. Didn't even hear the tone this time though. But for me, when I'm doing the truck simulators, it's sort of, it's like that quest of going, you know, trying to get from point A to point B. It's sort of almost like a fetch quest for me. And trying to do it without damaging the load. Can be quite a challenge. Yeah, Shroud seems to be grindy enough. But then Shroud has been made to be more or less, you know, along the old school line of games, it was grind. You know, EverQuest, obviously, a lot of grinding, both of those games. Those are the good old days of gaming, the grind days of RPG. Right, yeah, exactly. Well, at least that's what it was supposed to be. It's my understanding that a lot of people are very upset that it's nothing like Ultima Online. It's like, alright. Or the Ultimate Series. Whatever the case may be. I missed a line there. My God. Of course, now people are getting upset because they're not meeting. They're not following through on their Kickstarter promises and this and that. It's like, all right, which, you know, rightly so, but still, you know, I'm enjoying the game, so I ain't got nothing to worry about. I didn't back it on Kickstarter or anything like that. I'm just there to play it now, just to play what they got. But I don't mind grind. Well, that's another thing. I read the article massively. I'm like, all right, what's this? What's going on now? But then when you look deeper into it, it's essentially the guy who is in charge of Catnip Games is the same guy who's essentially in charge of Portalarium. So the way it looks like to me, the way I understand it, it's essentially just a name change. Instead of Portalarium now, they're just calling themselves Catnip Games or whatever. I know Catnip, whatever it is, Catnip Studios or whatever. which I think, you know, tinfoil hat thinking, a lot of people are saying they're doing it to get out of some of their legal obligations in Kickstarter and some of their SEC filings or whatever the case may be. Oh yeah, well, yeah, I know Gary. I can't remember the name of the other guy. It's like, well, it depends on who's talking, on how much involvement they had to begin with. Now, I've read some things that said they weren't really all that involved with it to begin with. It was just Gary essentially doing the initial fundraising for it to get it off the ground before they went to Kickstarter. And then after that, once it started development, they weren't really all that involved with it. But like I say, you know, I don't, hey, it just remains to be seen. Like I said, I've got no real, I mean, I don't really have any investment in it. That's, you know, not like I'm invested in, say, Guild Wars or anything like that. So I'll play it. You know, I enjoy the game, so I'll just keep playing it for as long as it's around. But it'll be interesting to see where, you know, what happens, because you know, from the outside looking in, you know, it does look kind of squirrely. And like you said, it looks like, you know, it might be gone tomorrow, as far as we know. But I tell you, it definitely has a passionate community. Because when I ended up streaming it, I think I ended up streaming it Wednesday night. Yeah, because that's when I read the article. Because I actually wasn't going to stream Wednesday evening. I was just going to say, you know what, I'm not going to bother, because it was getting late enough as it was. And then I popped on the Massively on my phone. It's like all of a sudden that was like the first article that came up. I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, oh wow, it looks like I'm going to go ahead and stream this now. So I went ahead and streamed it, and so I went into the Discord while I was streaming too. And made mention of the fact, and that's sort of where I, you know, found out that it's basically the same people doing everything, and you know, Gary really didn't have that much to do with it in recent times. Oh, you're stuck in Blood River? Yeah, see, I just played it safe. I just went back down to the catacombs because, well, I guess the catacombs in the graveyard in Soul Town. And when I was doing that Wednesday, somebody said that there's, I guess, a skeleton king down there who actually offers a quest. So I figured this Wednesday, I'm going to try to stream it early. We can pop back down in there and see if we can grab that quest. Because I was debating on whether I should go to like Blood River or the. It's like I got the quest to the Blood River. I got the quest to whatever other place it was to go. I was debating on whether I should do that. I said, you know what? Let me just stick with the catacombs. I just farm some experience, because I know when we were in there the last time, we didn't go down into where most of the skeleton area was. So very well, let me go down there and we'll just tool around there, because that way I don't progress too far ahead of you if you weren't playing or not. We saw a skeleton, and horribly murdered him. Yeah, apparently we're supposed to be able to talk to him, and he'll offer a quest, which I think is essentially, I mean, the way the one guy in chat says, he offers you the quest to go kill everybody else in the catacombs. I'm like, all right, it's a quest. I'll give it a shot. Because he kept saying, it's like, you know, try talking to these guys. I'm like, all right, let me try talking to him. But every time I went to go talk to one, it just didn't auto attack. So I'm like, well, I guess I can't talk to him. Yeah, after overact, I know. I ended up going, because there's another level in there too. Down in the skeleton area, there's a it goes into a tier 3 dungeon. So, and I went into there at first, and it's like immediately there was like 3 or 4 undead in there. And I'm like, I gotta go. And I kept aggroing. You know, I had one, and then the other one aggroed, and then the other one aggroed. I'm like, okay, time to go. I've got to get out of here. Because at that point, I was like half health. I'm like, I can't. The heal wasn't keeping up. I'm like, I gotta go. Time to run. So yeah, Wednesday we'll have to go back down in there and see if we can figure that out. There we go. Excellent. Yes, I did bring my A game. Thank you very much. All right, so we got that done. That's a nice, tidy little payday. So let's go see what George over here needs us for. See if George needs us yet on these fields or not. So good, we harvested some sugar beets. Because we also have to, at some point, have to go back to the East Perennial Trail too, because I kind of avoided doing anything on that one. Except for that one quest. Okay, so we've got nothing there for George. All right. That's still a pretty expensive field there. Anyway, they're not really going to do. See, these are still growing. How much is this field? 76, so that's not too bad. But 19 is the one, really, is the next one I want to pick up here. Because now I can't really do anything on my fields until until everything grows. I probably should go ahead and fertilize my wheat. Oh, well, shoot. Oh, well, speaking of fertilizing, this only pays $3,000, but at least I can, because this is probably going to be the first field I buy, so we can knock this down a bit. I got to do some more for Natalie. I got to find out what other fields she owns. Wait, dump that tank. All right, sounds good. Let's go ahead and we'll keep working this field then. Cute. Good. Wife has only these 10. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. It's like last night I was streaming the dinky simulators. Oh boy, what joy that was. It's like not 13 minutes into the stream. It's like, come up, you gotta do this. It's like, you gotta be kidding me. It's like, really? It's like, come on, cut me a break here. Cut me a break. Alright, just gotta turn it on, I guess. Okay, it's slurrying. Here we go. It's slurrying. So you guys zoom out so I can see here. That just looks so disgusting. So I guess that should be my next option here, is to go ahead and buy a fertilizer and go and fertilize my field out there. Actually, I probably should fertilize all 3 of them. So I will never get, they will just eat up. Don't I know it? Don't I know it? My sister's the same way. Actually, Erin's the same way. She's like, nope. Erin doesn't want to get married, doesn't want kids. I'm like, hey, that works for me. Don't blame you, kid. But yeah, that's it. I mean, once you have kids, that's it. That's your life, man. That's your life. There's no going back. See, I like that slurry tanker that we had on that big field up north. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Smell-o-vision, I know, right? Yeah, we were at the farm today pumpkin picking. Which is why I'm streaming so late. I didn't expect it to take so long. But then we ended up running some errands afterwards, so. But yeah, we went pumpkin picking. We did the whole 9 yards today. Fortunately, there was nothing really smelly out there today. Did the corn maze. What else did we do today? Essentially, that was it, the corn maze. They have a little playground and stuff there. I got to pet the goat. Let's see, what else do we got? Can't get pumpkins this early down. Oh yeah, I can definitely see that. Yeah, this is even a little bit too early for us, but actually, my wife has got to go to Boston next. I think it's next week. Yeah, next Sunday she's leaving for Boston for work. Because apparently there's a store up in Boston that is an absolute disaster. So they pulled people from all over the district just to go up to Boston for like 4 or 5 days. And so this is like the only time we would have to do pumpkin picking before Halloween. All right, that's not bad at all. Good, excellent. I probably should. Oh wow, cultivating. So now we can cultivate this. Shoot, might as well keep going. Yeah, we probably won't even carve them until the week of Halloween. Unless we carve them one night this week or something. But then I'd have to look up, because I know there's a way to preserve them, or make them last longer. Let's put it that way. Ooh. So which I was thinking about doing anyway. So we might end up doing that. Off to slay the dragons. All right, gotcha. I'll probably drop a host or a raid for you. Oh man, did I just detach my weight? Yeah, I just detached the weight. Have fun, my friend, and I'll catch you in a little bit, I'm sure. There we go. Yeah, it's nothing to turn on. This is just one of the manual ones, isn't it? Working this field good. This will be nice. Pick this up for the cheap once we max out our affection with Natalie. Yeah, it was fun just walking around a bit to the farm today. The corn maze actually took a lot of time because last year we didn't have a lot of time to do it, so we just walked around a bit. But they've got like little things in there, like they had like a word scramble crossword puzzle or something, so you find clues in the maze. And they have some like posts with like a little image on it that you can rub and get like rub on paper. You know, you do pencil rubbings on them. We found all but one. We got all the clues and did the word scramble, but we couldn't find. We found there were, I think, 8. I think there were 8 of the rubbings. We found all but one. Could not figure out where the last one was. But that took up the most time. Then we went out pumpkin picking, and Abby got bit by a chicken. So that upset her quite a bit. She'll never let me she'll never let me live that one down now. So like, it's okay, you can pet the chicken. I was petting them, and then there's one that came up because they were looking for food. So there was one that came up and grabbed my finger. And then, you know, she was right there next to me when it happened, and then she still insisted on petting the chicken. I'm like, eh. It's like, you go ahead, try, but it's going to bite you. I told you. And sure enough, it did. It bit, I mean, it didn't draw any blood or anything, but it was just like, oh, grab, that's not food. Ah, my God, I cannot drive a straight line. Oh, my God. Try this again. I have the hardest time driving in this game. It is unbelievable. Alright. I don't think I have this hard of a time driving in the old 18 Wheels of Steel games. Oh, I missed a whole line. Oh, I did miss this part, didn't I? Fortunately, this stuff doesn't take all that long, which is nice. Let's try to line up a little bit better here. Here we go. I've been doing a little bit of Farming Simulator 15 in my off time in the mornings before I go to work. I got this huge field. It's like taking me all week. It took me like 5 days just to harvest the field, and then pick up the straw. And of course, I had to go and buy a front loader to pick up the straw. So it took me like 3 days to harvest it and 2 days to pick up all the straw. Now I'm trying to cultivate it. I was almost done. I think I got 2 more passes before I finally cultivate it. It's taking me like 2 days. This will be the 3rd day to finish cultivating it. Then I got to sow it. I got to plant some corn, because I picked up a mission there to deliver corn, I think, to the hotel or whatever. And it's one of those where it's like 50 tons of corn. I thought, oh, okay, well, I got corn in my silo. That'll cover it. Nope. Used up all the corn in my silo, and it was still only 30% of the job. I'm like, oh, my God, great. Now I got to go plant corn so I can finish this mission. Which means, of course, I'm going to have to go out and buy a corn harvester now. Of course, in Farming Sim 15, you only have the one field you start off with. So I've got no way to make income now. While I'm waiting, after I plant this corn and wait for it to grow. So I'm going to have to go out and buy a front loader so I can do some more of those missions that don't require me delivering any of the food or anything. The fruit, well, the fruit they call them in these games, even though it's not all technically fruit. So I might end up having to restart from scratch that game again, because I think I'm going to put myself into a bind where I'm not going to have enough money to buy any of the stuff I need to harvest the corn. And I don't want to give the mission up, because I've already used up all the corn I had for it, and I'm 30% of the way there already. I'm like, well, I don't want to just abandon the mission now. I mean, obviously I'm not getting the time bonus for it. It's interesting how much of a difference there is in some aspects of 15 as it is compared to this game. I like the mission structure in this game a whole heck of a lot better. It's a lot easier to just do missions here and make money. Now, essentially, while I'm waiting for my fields to grow, I can just just contract myself out to everybody. Which I think is a good way to do it. God, this is a terrible line here. You gotta go see. I guess I'll go buy a fertilizer here. Not quite 3/4 of the way done this field yet. Oh my God, another terrible run in here. Now I wonder if once I'm done with this, I'll have a mission to sow the field here. This is a good little exercise in learning how you do your field. We did the harvest. Then we did what did we do? We did the fertilizer. Now we're doing the cultivating. Next up should be the planting. So I guess you lay down the slurry, and then when you cultivate it, that's what churns it up. It churns everything up into the soil. Mixes the soil up really good here. It's nice because in the farm too, they had some old. The farm we went to has been there for many years. In fact, the family, it's been family owned for like 11 generations. And the ancestors actually came over with the Quakers in like the 1600s, 1690 something. I think 1692 they said. But they've been working that land since they had a lot in the museum. They had a lot of farm equipment from like the early 1930s, stuff like that. I think they actually had a wagon that was built. When did they say it was built? Like early 1900. Nice, excellent. There's a little bit of extra cash now. I'm assuming, yeah. I know. I figured. But they weren't cutting the mustard, you know. Never find success before work in the dictionary. So I'll get work for you if that's the type will get done right. Need sowing. So let's sow the field now. All right, so we got this. All right, let's go ahead. Might as well keep working it because we want to keep dropping that down a bit. Get some good friendly relations with Natalie. Plus the extra cash will be very nice. And I can see what kind of a fertilizer options we'll have to be able to afford here. I can never. That's why I need mouse steering. I'm so much. Here we go. I'm much better with the mouse steering now that I've done it in the truck simulators for so long. Let's like this. What's the inside look like? Yeah, not too shabby. Pretty simplified here. No electronic iPads or anything. There's our ridge markers. I like this view. This view for me is a lot easier driving wise. which is ironic because the interior view, the cab view, is a lot easier for me on the I think I got to open the cover too, don't I? There we go. There we go. You don't? Yep. All right. We got it all right. There we go. Not seeing anything to lower the ridge markers. Oh, cruise, thank you. Oh, give my finger a rest here. It's nice too with these mission fields that you don't have to be too accurate. You can leave patches and still get the mission done. There's your own field, of course. You want to make sure you're 100% on the field. You want to be a little bit more accurate. Oh, we're planting soybeans. Okay. Let's say I don't even know what we're planting here. Nice, so another soybean field. So I guess that means I should go lay down some fertilizer, huh? And my beans. Overlap on this one because my line definitely wasn't straight. Hopefully, if we get a real good steam sale this fall and winter, might be able to pick up Farm Sim 19. Have some fun with that. But it's nice to be able to go back and play the older games too. I definitely enjoy playing the classics. Uh-oh, there we go, in for the long haul. Achievement unlocked. Finally got 10 hours on this game here. Boy, remember how red this thing was? Look at the ridge markers now, completely brown. We'll be doing some cleaning on this equipment at the end of the day. Oh boy. Little off there I am. What is the way through now? We'll have a nice time bonus on this too. That time bonus is really nice because that's another couple of grand for each mission at least. And that really adds up. Here, I don't think this thing is wide enough to get it all. Let's see. No, I don't think so. She's doing good. She's doing, she's getting better. She's starting to, make some friends in school now. So she's sort of warming up. She had a really tough first couple of weeks there. But she still won't eat lunch. She'll bring like little snacks, like little trail mix snacks and stuff like that. We can't get her to eat anything substantial at lunch. But yeah, she's actually made some friends in gym class. which is good. So she's talking to a couple of the girls in gym class on a regular basis. Yeah, yep. In fact, cause just the other day, she was like, she was on the phone or something. I was like trying to, I forgot how it came up. She was over on the phone. She was laughing something on the phone. And I said, "What's going on?" Or something. She had traded phone numbers with the girls, so they all have their cell phone. I'm like, I was like, what? It's like you got their phone numbers. It's like, oh yeah, we all traded phone numbers. So yeah, well, I was impressed. It was good because she was saying that one of the girls is like really outgoing, so she'll go and talk to kids she knows like Aaron that aren't really outgoing or more shy and stuff. So she'll make a point to go talk to them and be friends with them, which is good, which has really helped Aaron. That helped Aaron, you know. So she's getting through, and her grades have been really, really good too, which I was worried about, especially algebra. It's like she's like me. Math is not her strong suit, but she's been doing phenomenal in algebra. So I'm like, all right, that normally would be her worst subject. So yeah, she's her grades have been doing pretty good. So I think she's been doing pretty good. So now we just need to get her to friggin' eat. Eat a meal. All right, so good. We're all done there. That dropped down a little bit more. All right, nice. So we're about halfway with that there. All right. Let's head back here and hop into the pickup and go price out some vehicles here, some equipment. Yeah, in fact, she joined the German club. She really likes German, which is her first class. In fact, we just had they just had some German exchange students over the last week and a half, 2 weeks. I think they were going back this weekend. They're heading back to Germany. So that was cool. They had some fun in German class. And she joined the German club, so they already had one meeting. They got another one, I think, towards the end of the month, which is weird. I would have expected them to meet more than once a month. But I think they had to delay or cancel a meeting this month too, so that may be part of it. But she also tried to join, I forget what it's called, something dealing with animals. It's like one of those sort of like animal clubs where you're almost like volunteer at a shelter. It's sort of one of those type clubs, but I don't think it involves volunteering at a shelter, or it might. I don't remember. But that one seems to be a popular one, so not everybody can get in the first time when you try joining. I think they let you in as spots open up. So she did that one, or at least put her name in for that one. Then she's going to do track too, because we had back to school night, like I think a couple of weeks ago, and we were talking to the athletic instructors who were there for her gym class, the physical education class, mentioning that she did track and that kind of stuff. So we get, I'm going in the wrong way. Oh, crap. There we go. Should see me hop rocks and mountains in Farm Sim 15. It's hilarious. So, I don't, these lights on, I need to get out. There we go. So, yeah, she's probably going to join the winter, because they got a ton of track programs. They, it's too late for fall track and fall cross country, but they got like winter cross country, or winter track, spring track. So she's going to try to get into the winter track, which I think starts in a few weeks. That's just selling out, right? Sandwich Gold Mine. Ooh. So yeah, so far so good, but it was funny. Back to school night, I completely understood. It's going. It's like trying to think back to my high school days, which are like eons ago now. It's like trying to walk around the school and find the classrooms we need because back to school night was in each classroom. So it's like, oh my god, it's like just trying to navigate a school again is like it was just brutal, absolutely brutal. It's like I don't know how anybody how we managed to do it back in the day. Don't know. Then of course there's two campuses, so her first class, her German class, is in one campus, and then when that's done, she actually has to uh, go across the compound to the other campus on the other, all the way on the other side, and then the rest of her day is spent in that class. I don't know. She's still. I mean, we still might take her anyway because we need to take Abs. Abby is really. She's. I think she's. What's my nephew? From my wife's sister. Has what? Because he just finally got diagnosed with all this stuff. So I think he's. I think they said he has some ADHD. He's not. He wasn't. Autistic, which I think was one of the worries they had, was that he might be like a high functioning autistic. So I don't think he got diagnosed with that. He wasn't that, but he has ADHD, and he has what I think is called occupational defiance disorder, which I never heard of. So it's like, okay. So he's on medication, which seems to have helped him a lot. But Abs has a lot of the same mannerisms and stuff that he does. So we're definitely going to have to take her to get checked out sooner rather than later. But yeah, we might just have Erin just at least do like one session with a psychologist just to see, because sometimes she just doesn't talk to us. So maybe the psychologist can do something to get her to talk a little bit, and then we can go from there. So we got sprayers. Got some fertilizer spreaders here. Tipper sewing machine. So we got some of the basic stuff, slurry tanks. I might do. So we got our fertilizer, our manure. The harvest output of fields. So wow. So this is just a tank. So even, oh my God, look at the jump up from there. That's 237,000. And this is part of the expansion, which is only 195,000 only. So I wonder, because that's liquid fertilizer. It's all liquid, because see our sowing has the dry fertilizer. That's 1,200 liters there. So we might have to go with that one at least. Slurry tank. Let's see what a slurry tank is. Of course, we'll need to buy slurry too. So I think this is the one we actually just used on that field. So that's actually not too bad. That's only 12,000. I could actually deal with that. But now I would need to buy some slurry. So what do we have? Do we have? How would we get slurry? See, that's the thing. How would I get slurry? Well, I got the fertilizer. Seed, that's the solid fertilizer, which is what we got. Okay, so we do have liquid fertilizer. We have a couple pallets of that. under our shed. So we've got like 4 pallets of that. We got, I think, 2 pallets. So we already have liquid fertilizer. So there's nothing with slurry. So maybe